We'll get to that later.
Come back.
All right. Well, I guess it's safe to say that we made it. It's crazy to think that 12 years of school has finally brought us here. And I'm sure a lot of us were surprised that we actually made it out of middle school. I mean, I heard Miss French was a bit crazy. You know, I'm not really sure if it's quite what I expected. It's a little bit hotter, but either way we're here, finally, right? These last 4 years have certainly been an adventure, if you ask me. We've had 4 homecoming competitions, which I never really thought we'd be able to win, which we did finally. We've had 4 years of Spirit Weeks, moving from one section of lockers to another and getting new classes. Many of us went on the East Coast trip, where among learning about our country's history, many of us also got sick and threw up among various national monuments. How fun was that, Casey? Many of us also got to experience Bellingham's classroom at one point or another, as well as his many wise sayings that I'm still not completely sure I understand all of. We've made tons of memories along the way as well, ranging from friends we've made playing sports or just hanging out with people. Remember that time we went to Japan, Hunter? I mean, and also, who could forget Chandler's Row this year? That was pretty awesome. You know, there's this Disney movie, Aladdin, and there's this guy named Genie in it, and he said that today's special moments are tomorrow's memories. And I believe that this is certainly going to be true when we look back on these years, like 15, 20 years from now. After we leave here, we essentially begin the rest of our adult lives, more or less free to do whatever we want. I, for one, am going to start using the bathroom without asking a whole lot more from now on. For many of us, this year has been a lot of laughs. Last football, volleyball or soccer game, last high school dance, or days spent here. With all of these things that are ending, I think that we also need to think about all the things that are really just beginning, our lives for one. First day of college, buying awesome expensive textbooks, moving out, scheduling our own doctor's appointments, making our own food, even having to start dressing yourself because your mom isn't there to help.
No.
Okay, maybe that's just me. I guess the point is we're going to have to start taking care of ourselves now, but that doesn't mean we're on our own. We still have the coming opportunity of making new friends as we venture out into a new world, as well as those close friends we've already made here. And hey, Jesus is always there looking for new friends too. All that I can say is that I'm excited for what's to come. But most of all, I would just like to thank all of you guys for these last 4 years. Little known fact here, when you guys had your 8th grade trip to Bullwinkle's that I joined in on because I was still going to a private school, I can neither confirm nor deny that I cried a little that day because I was convinced I would never fit in or find any friends. But now look at me, I've got at least 4. Basically, I think you guys are all pretty cool, and I wish you all the best in life ahead, and hopefully our paths don't stray too far away from each other's. And I guess before I say anything else, can I just point out that graduation clothes are, in my opinion, a tradition that I just don't understand. I mean, cardboard hats and gowns, who was thinking about that? Anyways, I would just like to thank some people for helping me along the way to get to where I am today. First of all, my parents have always been a strong encouragement to me, and I know they will continue to be. I'd also like to thank all of the teachers that I've had the opportunity to be taught by. Miss Main and her ability to get me to understand how to be a better writer. Bellingham for numerous things ranging from powerful insight history all the way to how to pronounce the days of the week. Today's a Friday, right? I'd especially like to thank all of my coaches over the years for helping me be the person I am today. Lee, Shannon, Snyder, and Bellingham. I think it's safe to say that the teachers here have certainly had a positive influence on me, as well as the rest of us here too. And of course, I'd like to thank Jesus for being my Savior, because that's pretty cool. So, as we're leaving here tonight on a new path in a new direction, I'd just like to say that I will always appreciate the time we got to spend here together at Elmira High School. I will certainly never forget how both the school and all of you have impacted my life. Now let's party.